In this video, I want to provide you all with a quick tip that will improve your Super Smash Bros. Ultimate gameplay. And that quick tip is to perform your aerials using your tilt stick. If you don't know what a aerial or what I mean by a tilt stick, I'll explain those really quick. In Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, you have access to aerial attacks. When you jump in the air, you can do a neutral air, a forward air, a back air, a down air, and an up air. And then by tilt stick is that if you go into your controller settings, you can map your tilt attacks to your right analog stick. So by tilt stick, I mean your right analog stick. And your tilt attacks, you have a forward, back, down, and up tilt. But the tilt attacks are not what this video is about. But if you have them mapped to your right analog stick, you can use your right analog stick to perform your aerials. So why am I offering this tip to you? So the traditional way to input an aerial is by doing a directional input plus your attack button. So it looks like this. That's a forward air and that's a back air doing the traditional way of hitting my attack button and a directional input at the same time. So if I want to do a forward air, I have to do a forward facing directional input first and my attack button at the same time. And for a back air, I have to do a back facing directional input and then my attack button at the same time, right? So let me see if you can notice the difference between using my tilt stick, my right analog stick, to perform a forward air and a back air versus the traditional way of the directional input and the attack button at the same time. So to start off, I'm going to do the tilt stick version. So forward air using tilt stick, back air using tilt stick. Now I'm going to do the traditional way. So forward air doing the traditional way, back air doing the traditional way. Were you able to notice the difference? I'll do it one more time, starting with the tilt stick forward air, tilt stick back air, traditional forward air, traditional back air. So if you didn't notice the difference, that's okay. I'm going to tell you right now that the difference is that my character model does not move, he does not drift in the air when I use the tilt stick. So what does that mean? That means that when you use the tilt stick to perform your aerials, you get maximum granular control over your character's positioning in the air. And you may be wondering, why does your character move forward or backwards when you do it the traditional way? Well, that's because to do it the traditional way, for example, with your forward air, I have to input the forward facing direction, which is towards the left side of the screen, right? And then input my attack at the same time, which means so if I just jump in the air normally and I move my analog stick to the left, my character is going to move to the left, right? So when I put in that directional input and my attack button at the same time, my character is going to naturally move a little bit to the left. And that's the same with your back air, right? He's going to naturally drift a little bit backwards, right? But sometimes it's optimal when you don't want to drift at all, right? You want to stay in the exact same spot because it's best for your spacing. So using your tilt stick, your right analog stick, to perform your aerials will allow you to do this. And an additional benefit of doing this as well is, let's say that I want to do a forward air, right? But I want to drift backwards at the same time. So like so, right? As you can see, I'm doing a forward air, but I'm drifting back as the animation comes out, right? So if I wanted to do that using the traditional input of a forward air, which is doing the forward facing direction first, and then doing my my attack button, right? And then followed by a back drift, what that looks like is that I have to do a forward facing direction plus attack like this. And then I have to tilt my left analog stick, which is my movement stick, all the way back to the right to get a back drift. And it'll look like this with the traditional way. So as you can see, I'm kind of drifting back, right? But my character model is always starting forward first, right? And that's because with the traditional way, my character model has to input that forward directional input first, right? So he's always going to drift forward a little bit. And what this means is that you can never start your back drift as soon as you do your forward air when you do it the traditional way. And it also means that you won't get your maximum back drift as well. But however, when you use your tilt stick to perform your forward air, you can immediately tilt your left analog stick, your movement direction, in whichever way you want to drift. So as soon as my forward air comes out with my tilt stick like so, I can immediately hit using my left analog stick, I can drift back to the right side of the screen at the exact same time. So as you can see, using the tilt stick and a back drift, my character model does not move forward and immediately starts to back drift, right? This will be the same with a back air. So let's say with a back air, right, that you want to drift kind of backwards while you do it, right? Just like so. So that's the tip that I wanted to share with you all to improve your gameplay. And like I said, if you start using your tilt stick, your right analog stick, to perform your aerials, you're going to get more granular control over your character's positioning in the air, and you're going to be able to do instant drifts either backwards or forwards or down in whatever direction that you want, thanks to doing your aerials with the tilt stick. So I hope that piece of advice helped you, I hope that piece of advice helped you. And if you have any questions or comments, or you like this type of content, feel free to subscribe and post a comment in the comments section, as I would love to have a chat with you. And if you found value in this video, feel free to put a like on it so that the YouTube algorithm will show it to others as well. And lastly, if you would like to see more Super Smash Bros. Ultimate gameplay tips, I will post a link in the description of this video to my video playlist that goes over more tips. And I will also post a link to a video I made about the optimal control setup for your controller in Super Smash Bros. That utilizes this tilt attack aerial in conjunction with other buttons that are mapped on your controller to be able to perform certain mechanics in Smash Bros. The easiest and most reliable way. So I will post those links in the description. And as always, thank you for listening and have a wonderful day.